It's no longer news that Elon Musk, the world's richest person, has completed the takeover of social media giant Twitter, but now without some controversies though. He, however, seems to have a clear and crazy idea, or should I say vision, of what he would do to make the platform better. So watch what you tweet henceforth, cause there's a new sheriff in town. Just kidding, but anyways, let's dig in. Elon Musk's plan to take over Twitter wasn't even public knowledge initially, not until he made some stunning statements on Twitter some weeks ago. He announced that he had just bought a 9.2% stake in the social media giant, after which reports came that he refused to join the company board. Weeks later, there were reports that Musk had made an offer to buy the company outright. You know what they say about one's father buying the playground, right? The offer involves him taking over 100% of Twitter's share at a price of about $43 billion, a move that'll make the social media company private. In fact, Elon Musk was said to have met with the Twitter board on April 24th to discuss his proposal. He was determined to pay shareholders $54.20 per share, an offer many initially thought would be rejected by the company board. All exciting plans, but not without Elon Musk mentioning that he had a plan B in case the Twitter board refused to sell to him. But the Twitter board soon welcomed the idea after Elon Musk revealed his financing plan for the bid, which included backing from Morgan Stanley. His final acquisition from Twitter meant he has now achieved his aim of acquiring the company, since according to him, they were doing so many things wrong. Elon Musk is one of Twitter's most prolific users with over 84 million followers, with over 5,000 posts. He's also been one of the platform's biggest critics. Elon Musk had even been using Twitter polls to gauge the interest of certain features ever since he shared news about getting a share in the company. One that seems to be his most criticized Twitter feature has been not adherence to free speech. He tweeted, "By free speech, I simply mean that which matches the law. I'm against censorship that goes far beyond the law. If people want less free speech, they ask the government to pass laws to that effect. Therefore, going beyond the law is contrary to the will of the people." In the past, Elon Musk had openly talked about what he didn't like about Twitter and some other social media platforms like Facebook and WhatsApp. His criticism of both platforms stems from his perceived rivalry with Mark Zuckerberg. Elon also has a long history of opposing the use of Facebook, including his decision to delete his personal Facebook page and that of his businesses, Tesla and SpaceX. So many didn't really take his criticism of Twitter seriously. He also talked about his desire to have a social media platform that would address the identified issues. Going by what Elon Musk said, shouldn't we all be happy then? I guess not. The plans he had for Twitter had been outlined even before the takeover of the company was completed by him. He opened up about Twitter and also answered questions that many users have been dying to ask. Not only that, long-term plans regarding the Twitter algorithm, its management, and other directions he would like to take the company were also outlined by the billionaire. In a recent interview on TED Talk, the world's richest dude, when asked about why he had made an offer to buy Twitter, said that the platform, being the de facto town square, should be able to uphold the principles of free speech within the confines of the law, and that he feels that Twitter is doing too much behind the scenes, interfering at the moment, and he wants to correct that. Elon Musk also gave examples of this, most especially Twitter running a closed-source algorithm, where the algorithm and how it works is hidden from the public. He doesn't agree that it should be hidden away from people, as that means nobody really knows how it works, what it looks for to promote or suppress, and most importantly, can't be critiqued. The code should be on GitHub, so then people can look through it and say, like, I see a problem here, I don't agree with this. They can highlight issues and suggest changes. He also talked about adopting more content moderation and eliminating ads on the Twitter subscription service. Elon Musk also said that he had no interest in acquiring Twitter before now, saying, "I think it's important to the function of democracy. It's important to the function of the United States as a free country, and many other countries, and to help freedom in the world. The civilizational risk is decreased if we can increase the trust of Twitter as a public platform." Elon Musk has also said that he plans to keep as many shareholders as he could, and that his intent is not to kick any shareholder out of the board. He said he'd be willing to keep as many stakeholders as he was allowed in a private company. Though he wasn't giving anything away, I think that a private limited company like Twitter will now have a minimum of 1 board member and a maximum of 50 board members. It's automatic that Elon Musk will be on the board since he owns the company, but there have been rumors of the possibility of having former CEO Jack Dorsey on the board. Jack has been one of the greatest supporters of the takeover. It'd also be beneficial for Elon Musk to have Jack Dorsey on his board, as he has a rich experience in the social media platform. With Elon Musk getting the reins of control at Twitter, many are eager to ask if people would really be able to tweet as they please on the platform. The answer to that question might not be straightforward. One of the most interesting aspects of Elon Musk owning Twitter is that he claims to be an advocate for free speech. Asked about the level of freedom that users will be getting on the platform, Elon Musk explains that Twitter, like all social media platforms and companies, is regulated by the laws of the countries in which they operate, meaning that the same limitations which apply to free speech in the United States will also apply to the new Twitter. Elon Musk also revealed that Twitter is more to support the legal free speech which the current Twitter is suppressing and meddling with editing people's tweets, emphasizing and de-emphasizing. When asked how he plans to tackle hate speech, since many other social media platforms have struggled with tackling that, first due to the human communication being too nuanced for the algorithm to tackle, and secondly, that the intervention of people can be subjected to that individual's opinion of what is and isn't hate speech. Elon Musk replied that if in doubt, and if it's a gray area, he would let the speech exist. Most people would have wanted a clearer answer to the hate speech part because of the severity of that right now. According to reports, in late 2020, the social media company took action against more than 1 million accounts for hateful content. Also, earlier last year, they suspended almost 45,000 accounts for promoting violent organizations and terrorism. It wasn't surprising that Amnesty International, in its report card on Twitter last December, stated that the platform has continuously failed to provide effective remedies for the real harm and impact the platform has caused women and/or marginalized groups. Some users have raised concern about whether Elon Musk's insistence on free speech would be at the cost of allowing hate speech to go unpunished. When the question was asked regarding one of the changes he had been proposing, the edit button, with arguments about the possibility of a user changing the meaning of tweets once it's generated retweets, favorites, and comments are in the hundreds of thousands, Elon Musk replied that people should have the ability to edit a tweet, but only for a limited time after sending it. He also suggested zeroing out retweets and favorites on edited tweets to try and solve the problems from the beginning. The ideas may look nice, but there are still a few issues involved with Twitter that Musk hasn't been able to give a clear answer to. Another part of his revolutionary idea towards changing Twitter would be his idea of a timeout instead of a ban. Elon Musk opposing permanent bans for users has already led to the news that the former president, Donald Trump, might be returning to the platform. But whatever the exact details of the takeover would be, it seems Elon Musk's vision for Twitter would be centered around free speech. He seems to be trying to get the best user experience, but not without its criticisms. There have been heightened skepticism that the takeover could limit open discourse as well as put too much control in the hands of a single individual. The deal has had some people asking what Elon Musk wants to do with the acquisition of Twitter, with question marks over his motives. They questioned his intentions, that it doesn't appear to be financial owing to Twitter's continuous net losses. As a matter of fact, since the social media company launched in 2006, it has only made a profit in 2 years of its existence. The company made a loss of over $1 billion in 2020, while in 2021, the social media company lost $220 million. The critics of the takeover continue to claim that Elon Musk is only interested in the influence and power held by the platform. Some critics have even said that Elon Musk had in the past sent out tweets that can be classified as bullying and such. He's not fit to own a social media platform as gigantic as Twitter. Elon Musk has, however, continued to re-emphasize that he means well. He made a statement during the week saying, "Free speech is the bedrock of a functional democracy, and Twitter is the digital town square where matters vital to the future of humanity are debated. I also want to make Twitter better than ever by enhancing the products with new features, making the algorithms open source to increase trust, defeating the spam bots, and authenticating all humans. Twitter has tremendous potential. I look forward to working with the company and the community of users to unlock it." Elon Musk has continued to tell everyone who cares to listen that he's not after the financial gains, but rather wants to create a platform that encourages democracy and free speech. It's also noteworthy that most users of the platform seem to agree with Musk on most of his proposed changes, which are evident in the various poll results conducted by him. The takeover is meant to be completed soon, and after which the real journey begins, and we might get to see the plans that he has in place for the platform. Before then, let's have what you think in the comment section. Hey you, yeah you like the video? Great, we got another one for you that we guarantee you'll like, and all you have to do is click on the screen. It's free and without any hidden fees, but you have to click on it fast because this message will self-destruct in 5 seconds.